Well, for a few breathtaking minutes, day will become night, the sun will disappear, and millions of you across Europe and the Arctic will stop everything to look up. We are less than 1 hour away from a total solar eclipse. Live images now from an astrophysical observatory in Acros de las Salinas, Spain, as scientists and sky watchers are lining up to witness one of nature's most spectacular celestial events. And as you have probably learned by now, a solar eclipse happens when the moon slides between Earth and the sun, causing daylight to completely disappear. The path of totality stretching across Greenland, Iceland, northern Russia, the Atlantic Ocean, Spain, and a small corner of Portugal. In Iceland, that cosmic alignment expected to reach its grand finale around 1:48 p.m. Eastern, where for about a minute, the sky will darken and the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, will burst into view. Our foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli is already bursting with excitement. She's there at Iceland's iconic Blue Lagoon and joins me once again. We are almost there. Set the scene for us.
I know, I heard you say less than an hour away, and it got me. I'm like, you're right, less than an hour away to totality. We've been standing out here since very early this morning waiting for this moment, so the fact that it's right around the corner is unbelievable. So, to set the scene, right now we're at the Blue Lagoon. Take a look around me. I can show you a little bit if you want to walk with me right now. You can see there's hundreds of people that have come here just for the eclipse, to be here in this moment. One person described it to me as, what better place to experience an otherworldly event than in a place that feels otherworldly. You know, right now we're literally surrounded by lava fields. You feel like you're on the moon. So to experience the eclipse here, it's going to be incredible. Now, we're already sort of in the middle of a partial eclipse. In my mind, it's getting dimmer. I don't think it actually is yet, Kira, but it's just that I'm excited. But when the clock strikes 5:48 right here, we are going to experience totality. It'll go pitch dark. It'll feel like the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. I've been lucky enough to see 2 solar eclipses before in totality, and let me tell you, describing it as the middle of the night isn't even accurate. It's almost indescribable, that moment. It does feel like you're on a different planet, and it's hard not to almost feel spiritual about what we're about to experience. So everyone here, very excited, gearing up. We've seen people running back to get their all-important eclipse glasses to view the solar eclipse. So people definitely on edge waiting for this moment, Kira.
That's right. You've got to have your protective glasses. All right, Maggie, we're going to keep checking in, and we're going to wait on this moment together, and all our viewers are going to be along for the ride. Maggie, thank you so much. This celestial spectacle, it's of course at the mercy of good weather. Maggie even talked about that they've had some clouds, some rain. So joining me now with the forecast is our meteorologist, Samara Theodore. So what do you think, Samara? Because even when we were talking to Babek in Spain, he was saying that there was kind of some bad weather that was moving in. So how are conditions looking across Iceland and Europe right now?
Listen, Kira, if there was ever a time I could just part the sky for her, I would do that now, because right now in Grindavik, Iceland, we are anticipating clouds and showers to linger around. So it might not be the best viewing, but as she was saying, you know, it is just an experience nonetheless. I remember experiencing it back in April of 2024, and it is dynamic, but there's going to be a lot of cloud coverage and showers in Iceland. Temperatures also in the 50s, so not the best viewing conditions, but they'll still get a nice experience. And then as we look ahead to Spain, this is actually where you want to be. Spain is going to see a lot more improvement there. They've got some sunny and clear conditions. It is very hot, but hopefully things will cool down momentarily. Nonetheless, that's what they're going to be dealing with in Spain. So like I said, Kira, we're going to see improving conditions the farther south you go in Europe.
All right. It's going to be a busy day for all of us. Samara, thank you. Let's continue our conversation now with Babek Tafrishi, National Geographic explorer at large and night sky photographer, and someone who is obviously extremely excited about this moment. And Babek, I knew we had to sort of, you know, be really careful with time with you, because there's moments that you don't want to miss getting certain photos and just getting ready for the moment. Tell me how you've been preparing, you know, not just to photograph this event, but fully process something so extraordinary that will last only a minute.
Well, I'm in the city of Tarragona in Catalonia in Spain, and it's a very hot day. I have to install 8 different cameras in different parts of the city. It's a collaboration with the World Heritage Site. The city has been very important throughout the history. It was once a Roman capital, the capital of the Roman Empire for a long period of time. So there are plenty of World Heritage Sites. And I'm trying to represent the city, both the Roman side and today and medieval, in different images, as well as the ports, which I hopefully will show you later on, where there will be 40,000 people coming, creating human towers. And that's where we have open horizon. One of my images will be taken right from the top of the cathedral. It's an iconic monument in the city. And that's the highest location on the city where the bell tower is. So after this interview, I will install the camera up there. These are automated cameras, like the last solar eclipse, which was also on a live broadcast as part of Eclipse Across America. I had 10, 12 cameras in Texas next to a bat cave. And they work fine. They don't need me to be there. But I will also have a couple of cameras in hand to capture those human interaction. I think Eclipse, beyond the power of science and astronomy and physics, it has this relationship to human, which makes it very unique. It brings us all together. You see people from all different countries coming as eclipse chasers, regardless of their religion, civilization, culture, and geography. They are just sharing one common passion to Mother Nature.
And as you're explaining that, we're also looking at live pictures right next to the shot of you of folks there in Spain on the beach getting ready to try and capture whatever they can via cameras as well. And I have a question for you, Babak. You mentioned how many cameras you have. How do you know where exactly to put them? And then is every... how do you know when that perfect moment is going to be, or is it just clicking away, for 2 minutes? I mean, I'm not a photographer like you, so I don't know all the technicality, but kind of explain how, because it must be nerve-wracking, wondering if you're going to get exactly what you're looking for.
Well, I have documented 15 eclipses since the 90s. The first one was 95, and it was only 14 seconds. I was a teenager. I had a long list of things I'm going to do with 2 cameras. The eclipses started, my mouth was open like a caveman, and finished. I didn't even click the camera. So that gave me a hard lesson that during the eclipses, the most important thing is planning and controlling your emotion as a photographer, because technically it's quite controllable, but your emotion is the difficult part. And these cameras are very reliable, so I know plenty about the physics and astronomy in eclipses, so it's easy for me to plan. What is not really in your hand is the clouds, is the weather. If somebody comes in front of your image, or your camera appears in the middle of the process. But thankfully, I have plenty of assistance here with the City Council of Tarragona here, and that's going to be okay. The only thing here, this eclipse is not only short, it's about 1 minute from this part of Spain. It's only 4 degrees above the horizon. So it's very challenging. With a little bit of clouds on the horizon, it could be quite complicated. But I can see the image from Blue Lagoon. It's definitely better condition than those high clouds. It's completely seems to be overcast in Iceland in that part.
Well, we're keeping our fingers crossed for clarity and the perfect shots captured for you. I know we're going to be talking with you throughout this whole experience, Babak Tafrishi. We're so grateful for you. Thank you. And be sure to tune into our special coverage of today's total solar eclipse. We will be live in Iceland starting at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time and take you through the entire moment together.